The message came at 11:47 p.m., the kind of time reserved for emergencies, confessions, or cruelty carefully disguised as politeness. I think it's best if you don't attend the wedding. I'll explain later. No call. No explanation. Just that sentence. I stared at my phone until the screen dimmed, then lit it again, hoping the words would rearrange themselves into something less humiliating. They didn't. That was the moment I realized something important. This wasn't about space. This wasn't about stress. This wasn't even about me. It was about control, and I only needed one phone call to take it all back. Growing up, my sister Laura was the sun, and I was whatever planet happened to survive in her orbit. She was loud, beautiful, adored. I was quiet, dependable, useful. When she announced her engagement, the family reacted as if royalty had spoken. Champagne, tears, group chats exploding with heart emojis. I helped her pick the venue. I helped her design the seating chart. I even helped her rehearse the proposal story she'd tell for the 100th time. And yes, I helped pay for things. Not because I had to, because I always did. So when the invitation arrived 6 months later, cream cardstock, gold trim, her name embossed like a brand, I smiled, until I noticed something missing. My name. I laughed it off at first, a printing mistake. Laura was dramatic, not cruel. I texted her, "Hey, I think mine might have been misprinted." 3 dots appeared, disappeared, appeared again. "We need to talk." That's when I knew. We met at my mother's house, neutral ground, or so I thought. Laura didn't sit down. She paced. Finally, she said it. "The wedding is very curated." Curated? Like a museum or a brand launch? And honestly, she continued, your presence might complicate the energy. I waited for the punchline. It never came. She explained it carefully, the way people do when they want to sound reasonable while being ruthless. Her fiancé's family was influential. Her image mattered. Some stories didn't need to be highlighted. By stories, she meant me, my divorce, my rebuilding years, the fact that I'd started from nothing and climbed back quietly. "You'll understand eventually," she said, already done with the conversation. I stood there, uninvited from my own blood's wedding, wondering when exactly I'd stopped being a sister and started being an inconvenience. That night, I cried. The next morning, I made a phone call. There are some people you don't forget, until it's convenient. For Laura, that person was Mr. Daniel Ashcroft, our late father's oldest friend, a man with an unlisted number, a man who didn't attend weddings unless they mattered, a man who happened to be the single largest private investor in Laura's fiancé's family business. I hadn't spoken to him in years. He answered on the second ring. "I was wondering when you'd call," he said. I told him everything. I didn't cry. I didn't exaggerate. I didn't ask for help. I just told the truth. There was a long pause. Then he said something that changed everything. "I think I should make a call of my own." Things began shifting quietly, subtly. Laura's fiancé suddenly became nervous. Meetings postponed, emails unanswered, phone calls returned late, if at all. Then came the first crack. She called me, not apologetic, panicked. "Did you talk to someone?" I smiled into the phone. Who would I talk to? Silence. The kind that tells you the truth louder than words. 3 days later, Laura showed up at my door. No makeup, no confidence, just fear barely held together. The venue had reconsidered. The sponsor had stepped away. Certain family friends were suddenly unavailable. Her perfect day was unraveling thread by thread. "Fix this," she said. Not asked, ordered. That was the moment I realized something else. She didn't miss me. She missed what I protected her from. I could have stopped it. One word from me, one callback. But here's the thing about being quiet for too long. Silence becomes leverage. I told her I'd think about it. She cried. I slept. Peacefully. The next day, I called Mr. Ashcroft. You can let things return to normal, I said. He chuckled. Only if that's what you want. I paused, then said the sentence that felt like reclaiming oxygen. I don't need to attend the wedding. I just don't want to be erased. He understood. That was enough. I didn't go, but I heard everything. The whispers, the tension, the forced smiles, and I heard something else too. People asking, why isn't her sister here? For the first time, Laura had no story ready. Months later, she apologized. Not dramatically, not perfectly, but honestly. She finally understood that power doesn't come from cutting people out. It comes from knowing who not to underestimate. I never raised my voice. I never exposed her publicly. I never begged for my seat. I made one phone call, and that was enough to remind everyone, including myself, of who I was. Not an inconvenience, not a liability, not someone you erase. Just someone who finally stopped staying quiet.